A few months ago, I put out a video where I tested several common household items approaches to removing water spots from the glass of car windows, and the best solution I showed in that video was to use quad steel wool with a little bit of soapy water. It did a really good job, but required quite a lot of scrubbing. And I heard from many of you in my comments section about all kinds of other solutions that were either probably easier or did a faster or better job. So in this video, I'm going to test 10 different things that have all been suggested from viewers just like you to get the water spots off of windows of a car. Let's get started. Now for this series of tests, the first thing I did is I took the car to the car wash and I really scrubbed the front windshield. Then I brought it home and further cleaned the window with plain glass cleaner with a microfiber towel. And even after all of that, as you can see, this entire windshield is covered in water spots from being parked near a sprinkler all summer long. So let's try all 10 of your suggestions on this window and see which one is best. Using some very thin plastic tape, I divided the windshield into 10 roughly equal sized areas. Then I applied a label to the top of each of the areas so we would know which technique was tried there. Alright, so that's the setup. Now let's meet the contenders. First off, we've got steel wool. The one change I'm going to make from the last video is instead of using soapy water, I'm going to use glass cleaner as the lubricant while I use this. And I want to reiterate, this is the 4 zeros or quad steel wool. I've had a number of viewers recommend that this is maybe not a great solution because it might scratch your glass. I've never personally had that happen. It's always done a great job. But if you're concerned about getting scratches, then maybe try one of the chemical solutions that I'm going to show you up next. By far, the most requested item for me to test is vinegar. I'm going to be using this distilled white vinegar, and the theory is that the mild acid that is in vinegar will dissolve the deposits so you don't have to scrub and scrub to get them off your window. I had a lot of people request that I try CLR. This is a calcium lime rust remover. It's a common bathroom cleaner that you would use if you've got particularly hard water. And this will do a great job dissolving the deposits. My only concern is that at full strength, this will also damage the paint on the car. So I'm going to dilute it down to 50% strength with distilled water, and that's what I'm going to use for this test. If you decide to use CLR on your car, make sure you don't use it at full strength, or if you get any on your paint, even a drop, it will damage the paint that it touches. So make sure you dilute it down a little bit first. Up next, we've got Lime Away. This is a very common bathroom cleaner, and it claims to remove lime, calcium, and rust, and it will destroy hard water stains in seconds, it says. Well, we're going to put that to the test and see just how well it takes these hard water deposits off this glass. This is a product called Barkeeper's Friend. It's a cleanser you can use on all kinds of surfaces to remove rust, lime, stains, and tarnish. It's safe for ceramic, tile, copper, porcelain, stainless steel, and supposedly glass. I had a lot of people recommend this as well, so we're going to give Barkeeper's Friend a try too. Several viewers recommended toilet bowl cleaner, though nobody specified exactly what kind, so I got the one that's going to have the long-lasting fragrance of forest rain. I'm looking forward to seeing just how well this works, though to be honest, I don't have high hopes. A bunch of viewers recommended metal polishes of various kinds. The one that I've chosen to use in this video is called Brasso. Pretty much all of them use a combination of a mild chemical agent as well as very fine abrasives to remove any of the deposits or oxidation that you would typically find on things like chrome or stainless steel or aluminum. And I'm really interested to see how well this does removing these deposits from glass. I actually have pretty high hopes for how well a metal polish like Brasso is going to work. This is a bronze wool. It's very similar to the steel wool, although it's not quite as fine a grade. It's a little bit coarser. However, since bronze is not as hard as steel, it should not scratch the glass and should still have the mechanical cleaning power to take off those deposits. The other great advantage to bronze is that it won't rust, so you won't have any fear of any particles of this getting onto the car and leaving little rust marks like you might with the steel wool. This is a clay bar cleaning kit. If you've never heard of a clay bar, this can be used to remove deposits off of the paint of your car. And a lot of viewers suggested that this also does a great job removing deposits on glass. So I'm interested to see how well this takes off these hard water deposits. I've tried this on other vehicles and it did not do a great job, but I wanted to go ahead and give this a try because so many viewers suggested it. And finally, we've got these bounce dryer sheets. Now, I'm not sure if this was just a joke suggestion or if somebody seriously thinks these things are going to do anything to the deposits that are on the glass just by rubbing them on there. I don't have high hopes for how this one's going to work, but at least my garage is going to smell nice when I'm done. To keep the playing field between all these different products as fair as possible, I employed the following technique for each. Every product was given 30 seconds of time to work on the water spots. For the products that required scrubbing, this means I applied and then scrubbed with the product for 30 seconds. For the vinegar, rather than scrub with it, I soaked a towel and let it sit on the glass for 30 seconds, then gave it a quick wipe down. As I mentioned, I diluted the CLR with distilled water to cut its strength in half out of concerns of damaging the paint on the car. For all of the products, after the 30-second test was up, I wiped that area of the window with a clean, wet cloth, then dried it with a dry one. Finally, after all the tests were complete, I compared the results visually with a very strong flashlight. All right, well, I've inspected each of these squares very carefully, and there is an absolutely clear, no disputes winner. One of these products is fantastically better than all of the rest of them. And I'm surprised about which one it is, to be completely honest. If you have a guess about which of these 10 is actually the best way to clean off hard water deposits on your glass, go ahead and leave that down in the comments. Which one do you think did the best? I'll give you a hint. It's not the one that I thought was going to be the best at all. Let me get you in here and I'll show you the details of each of these squares so you can tell for yourself which one did the best job. Looking at these results, we're going to start with the clay bar area. And as you can see, the clay bar is still just loaded with water spots. It effectively did not do anything at all to remove any of those water spots. If we move up from the clay bar, we get to the metal polish area. And again, the metal polish didn't really do much of anything. So the metal polish and the clay bar both did a pretty terrible job. I wouldn't use either one of those. Moving over next to the bronze wool, this is quite a lot better than either of those first two, the clay bar or the metal polish, though it's not perfect. But I think, just like with the steel wool, give it a little bit more time. I only did this for 30 seconds to keep the tests as fair as I could. With a little more time, I think the bronze wool would be a really good contender. Now, if we move just down below the bronze wool, we'll get to the steel wool, and it looks pretty much the same as the bronze wool. There are definitely still some spots there. It's not a clear winner. And again, if you gave it more time, I think it would be very, very good. But if you compare both the steel wool and the bronze wool over here to the metal polish and the clay bar, you can tell there's just no comparison. The clay bar and metal polish were pretty terrible. There are substantially fewer water spots left in both the steel wool and the bronze wool. So here's the results of the CLR. As you can see, there's still quite a lot of water deposits all over the surface. While this will probably work if you let it dwell for long enough time, I don't recommend you do that because of the potential for damaging the paint on the car. Moving up from the CLR, here is the area with the bounce, the fabric softener. I didn't think this was going to do anything, and as you can see, there's still tons and tons of water spots in this area as well. Up next here, we've got the vinegar, and hopefully you can tell that also is not great. There are a lot of water spots still left, and again, as with all of the chemical solutions, you will need to let it dwell for longer than I let this go. I think 30 seconds was reasonable, and as I've mentioned, there is one clear winner that did a fantastic job in 30 seconds, but we're not there yet. Here we are looking at the surface of the lime away. As you can see, there are still a lot of water spots all over it. This did an okay-ish job, I guess, for the amount of time I let it work. Given more time, it probably would do better like all of the other chemical solutions, but it didn't do a very good job. Moving over to the toilet bowl cleaner, this effectively didn't do anything at all. I was a little surprised at this. I kind of expected the toilet bowl cleaner to do more than this. It just seems to have really not done anything at all, which I'm a little surprised about. But then we move up to Barkeeper's Friend, and this is astoundingly clean. Now keep in mind, this light is pretty powerful and is going to pull out all of the little imperfections in the glass. And this car is almost 20 years old. This glass has been here for a while. But if we compare side to side, toilet bowl cleaner and Barkeeper's Friend, there's just no comparison. Or even if we compare Barkeeper's Friend and vinegar right next to it, again, there's just no comparison. You can see all those spots all over the vinegar window. And there's almost nothing on the barkeeper's friend. Again, the light is picking up all kinds of lint and other things that are on the window, but in person you can tell what's definitely water spots and what's definitely not. All that junk, that's water spots. And there's none of that on this part of the window. Barkeeper's friend by a mile. As you may recall, before I started with any of these products, this is what the window looked like. It's completely covered in water spots and difficult to see out of in bright sunshine. And after cleaning the whole window with Barkeeper's Friend, well, I think the results speak for themselves here, with the before on the right and the after on the left. Here's the whole window after having been cleaned, and then again before and after. But of course, your results may vary. I tried Barkeeper's Friend alone on the windows of my truck, and while it removed most of the spots, I found that combining it with the copper pad provided the absolute best results. Here's the window before trying anything, and here it is after only using the Barkeeper's Friend alone. I then briefly scrubbed it with a copper pad, and here are the final results after using both techniques. I've had a great time testing all of these suggestions from viewers just like you on my last video about how to remove all of these water spots from glass windows. And in my case, I found that the Barkeeper's Friend with the copper scrub pad, that combination is the absolute best way for my situation anyhow. But I'm curious, have you tried some of these other homebrew solutions? And if they worked for you, let me know about that down in the comments. Hey, if you liked this video and you want to help me out, you can hit the little like button down below. Costs you absolutely nothing, and it lets YouTube know that I'm doing a good job. If you want to see more content like this, of course you can think about subscribing, but there's never any pressure from me to do that, of course. And as always, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time. Kinds of solutions that you can use for receiving texts on your watch while you're in the middle of recording a video. I should probably turn this off. Where are you, little fly? All I gotta do is start getting ready to film and it'll come over and buzz the tower again. Both at how awesome my viewers are for the end.